Peter, what's your thoughts after that one today?
I'm delighted with the win. I'm delighted with the manner in which we got the win. Some excellent football played. And we had to go through a little bit of a period of pressure for 10 or 12 minutes in the first half. By our own making, really, getting a bit slack, but Dumbarton had to try and put a bit of pressure on us. We've seen that through as well, another clean sheet, 2 excellent goals, plenty of more opportunities to score, hit the bar, missed the penalty, had a few more opportunities, so really, really pleasing.
I was saying to Lewis himself that his finish was excellent, but it just kind of settled things down. And
I say it settled things down, but we'd already at that point created a few chances. I think it was coming because we were just building momentum. He's took that opportunity and scored, and then Dumbarton changed ever so slightly how they played at the half hour mark, I believe, and then it took us 10 or 12 minutes just to get to grips with it. But I also think because we were finding it so comfortable, a couple of our players were, it's what you call cheating in football in terms they're just trying to find pockets of space on the other side of the game, whereas we were getting overloaded in midfield. So we just addressed that at half time, and it came out, scored an excellent goal in the second half, and as I said, created a lot more opportunities. Then there was the sending off, obviously, but you know, even that, after the sending off, the way the players just managed the game really cleverly, that was really pleasing, because earlier on in the season, and even against Arbroath, we didn't manage a game when we were up really well. And then earlier on in the season we played East Kilbride, they had a man sent off and we didn't manage the game too well. It became a bit to and fro and it could have gone either way. So to see that improvement from the players is excellent. So there's plenty of improvements, plenty of learning, but we're getting better.
it's really starting to gel, you know, as a team. You can see it's becoming more a settled team and you can really see it gelling on the park now.
Hopefully, but we've said all along, it's just because it's a whole new team, it's the relationships and building the relationships between each other and trusting each other with the ball and where people are going to be and learning where they are all the time. So that's getting better. I think the wins and confidence breeds, you know, that confidence as well. So we'll be speaking a lot more, and hopefully we get a lot more wins. But that performance today and the manner in which we went about it was excellent.
Another clean sheet.
Yep, took the words right out of your mouth there. Another clean sheet, which is really good. And I think Dumbarton had 16 shots, but Ross Stewart probably had to save 4 shots, and the majority of them were straight at him. So that's pleasing. Teams are coming on having pot shots, which means we're defending quite well. I just didn't like the way we were a bit too open to allow the teams to get into a position to be able to take them shots. So we need to pay attention to that a little bit more. I think in the past, when I've managed and teams go down to 10 men, you can get a situation where forward-going players think that they're the extra man and don't work as hard, you know, and stop running and committing themselves backwards to defend for the team. But today we did that, and then when we won the ball, we just kept the ball excellent and kept the ball to a point where when we were ready to go and attack, we could punish them really easily when we wanted to. But that was the pleasing thing.
One thing for Leighton today, put in a shift but missed his penalty, and I'm sure he's feeling a bit sorry for himself.
I think he'll feel sorry for the fact that he didn't contribute. He'll feel he didn't contribute to the goals, but the fact that he led the line so well, ran to the channels for us, did all the hard work that a centre forward needs to do, a lone centre forward needs to do. He did it really well for us, built the play up, but then when he got his opportunities, he just didn't take them. But again, I have said to Leighton that there'll be strikers that'll go through a little bit of a period where they don't score, and maybe that can affect them. But what I want is to just keep getting into those areas, getting into those areas to take the chances, and goals will come. And when the goals do come, a centre forward then changes the whole mentality, and just nearly everything they hit goes in. I hope that ends up being the scenario for Leighton. But he's leading the line on his own at the moment. As I said, we've got 2 strikers that we signed that haven't been available for us to select from, with Fraser Bryden and Xander Craig at the moment. So Leighton's having to take a lot of load on, and he will continue to do that. He's an experienced player, and I'm sure he'll just stand up as a man and go, right, I'm ready to go next week and try and score as many goals as I can.
And I'm sure if he looks back on his performance today, you know, he certainly put in a shift. I'm sure if he looks back on it, apart from his finishing, he will see that he did contribute.
He will, but he'll also, as I said, it's a fact that when he gets those opportunities, I think the penalty was the big one. I think he was made wait a long time. The keeper was playing the games of walking out and pointing at the spot and trying to put them off. Then the lads on the edge of the box, their players were encroaching, so the referee had to manage that. And it just went on a little bit longer, but that's the other side, the dark arts of the game, just trying to get in people's head. Maybe got into Leighton's head and the keeper saves the penalty. So I'll get him next week and he can practice taking penalties all day every week. So
it was a game of delays, wasn't it? Half time, another 10-15 minutes before it restarted, but the players showed that they were switched on because scored within 5 minutes.
Yep, so that's a good thing. We started really quick. Maybe Dumbarton weren't, from that point of view, weren't really ready, which is great. But hopefully the referee that played the first half was all right now, and luckily we got a punter from the home end to come down, and I think he retired from a refereeing in 2002. So to come out and run the line today, be a special occasion for him, but I bet you'd be tired tonight. But I would say thanks very much for that as well.
As you say, the home form, I know you don't like to talk too much about it, but home form today, another win, 4 on the bounce at Palmerston, starting to make this place the place you want it to be.
Hopefully, but I think as well the fans can help us make the place a fortress. Get more fans coming back and cheering, because there was that period in the half-hour mark to the 40 minutes when we were trying to play football, and teams will, because we tried to play football, teams will try and press you, and you'll make mistakes. But instead of the fans maybe getting frustrated that we're making mistakes, encourage. I know it's hard to do. It's really hard to do, but if you can encourage and change the mindset, then the players will go, right, I'll just keep doing it. And we managed to get, when you see the second goal, the way we've played, the excellent football that we've played, the short passing to then break is outstanding, and that's what we're trying to build. And it's the resilience from the players to stand up and be counted, pass the ball, enjoy the ball, but we've also got the fans to hopefully enjoy the football that we're playing. And there will be mistakes made at time, and everybody makes mistakes, but it's how we react from them, but also how the fans can react from the mistakes to keep encourage, and then hopefully we're all going the right direction, and we end up at the end of the season where we are at now.
Top of the table going into the last game of this first quarter.
Yep, and I still think we could have been better.
Kelty here to finish off that quarter next week.
That'd be a very tough game, because Kelty are a very good football inside, and they got a good result today as well, I believe. So we're at home. Hopefully we can, as we said, get the fans back out behind us supporting, and we continue our form into the first quarter, see that out and see where we are. We've played everybody and assessed that, and look forward to the second quarter.
You mentioned Fraser and Xander earlier on. What's the situation with them?
Fraser was supposed to come and join us in training at the start of the week, but he had a little bit of an issue and broke down again, so he couldn't join us, but he's hopefully another week. I think he was getting a scan as a precautionary measure either yesterday or the day before, so we're just waiting to find out what the result of that was. And Xander's obviously going to be that little bit longer. Brennan again, he got injured last week. The initial assessment was that he was going to be probably about 4 weeks. Now it looks like maybe 3, because he's recovering so well, but that 3 would mean at the end of this week he maybe be getting back out on the pitch, and then he'll have a week of building up to get back okay, so then we're probably 2 weeks away from that.